How's it going, everyone? This is Seb. Welcome to a brand new episode. Today we're taking a look at the brand new GTI. Also, I wanted to say thank you to McKenna Volkswagen in Huntington Beach, California for lending me this car. They have great inventory and very friendly stuff. Alright guys, so let's start with the exterior of the car, which I think it looks great. Not much has changed, but still, let's do a quick walk around the car. So now you do get the LEDs, daytime running lights, which is pretty cool. You also get the LEDs fog lights. This being the S model, you just get the conventional lights, which are fine. You know, I wish you would get the LEDs. Obviously pretty easy to tell it's a GTI with the badging and of course the red stripping. If you do go with the Rabbit or SC model, something that is pretty cool is that you do get some pretty cool styling in the lights. And then something that I want to point out is that now you do get bigger brakes. I love that because on the previous model, which I used to own, they were not the greatest. So I'm pretty happy that now no matter which trim you get good brakes. Thumbs up. Side profile, always looking good. I love this car. I think it's pretty slick, still looking pretty sporty, so I like that. Now moving to the back of the car, it is nice that now we do have the LEDs tail lights, so that's pretty cool. Then we have the, of course, functional exhaust tips, as well as the diffuser with a little bit of a pattern there to make it look a little bit more sporty, which is nice. But overall, you know, not much has changed, but I think it looks pretty good.
Pretty good.
So now sitting inside the GTI, which is a really nice place to be, pretty much the same, just a couple of things that changed. So what's new is this little thing. So like I was saying, we have the blind spot monitor, and then we have rear traffic alert and front assist. So that's something that is new for this model year. Then everything remains the same as far as the infotainment system, but there is a pretty cool thing. Now you do get the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto from standard, so that's awesome. I really like that. Another thing is that now you get the start and stop feature for the engine, which I don't really care much about, but it's there. So those are some little changes. Then of course you get the heated seats, which are standard. Charging there, here as well. Cup holders, and then a pretty decent amount of space in the cubby. Right, so now we get a little bit more power with the GTI. So we have 228 horsepower versus 220. So it is a little bit more. Let's go for a drive. I'm excited. All right, guys, so I literally just stepped out of a brand new GLI. So this is going to be pretty cool to compare both cars back to back. One thing I'm gonna say is that this one is DSG versus the GLI, which was 6-speed. So obviously it's gonna make this car faster because the shifts are just a lot faster. One thing I want to say when I was driving the car around is that this car still feels more torquey than the GLI. So, you know, it is lighter, shorter wheelbase, and that's gonna make an impact in the performance of the car, of course. Yeah, it's just so easy to get up to speed with this thing. The thing about the GTI that I like versus, you know, something on the same price point is that it really puts the power to the ground. Around corners, of course, very flat, very tossable, which I like. It's, you know, this car does so many things so well, and that's why it's a great package. Looks great, performance, it's amazing, it's a lot of fun, it's practical, it's efficient. One of the things I like about this engine is that it just really likes to rev. So if you like other cars, like, you know, the Civic Si, they have power more in the mid band, whereas this, you know, you get a lot of torque and then you can just keep on revving the car and it's happy, it's rev happy. Holy This car definitely masks the speed very well. So a couple of things to point out. GTI versus GLI. The steering rack in this car is shorter, obviously, and you can tell right away when you're driving the car. It doesn't really require that much input to toss the car around corners, which I really like. You can really just have fun with the car and focus on the driving without having to do this and cross hands that much. So that's something that's pretty cool. So it kind of depends what you're personally looking for, but I think they are both great options. The GLI comes with more features from standard, whereas the GTI is a little bit more money, but in my opinion, it performs better and it's just overall more exciting. Right, now let's just put it into drive. You have two different modes for the transmission, so when you're on drive, it's just gonna try to be the most efficient. When you're in sport, obviously, it's gonna try to keep those RPMs high to give you the most power. Like I was saying, the DSG is a truly manual transmission. Right now I'm third gear doing a pull. I'm not shifting gears and the car is not gonna shift gears. Like we're in third gear, I can downshift, which is super instant. The car is a truly manual transmission. So that's why I bought my car with the DSG. Because when I drove it, not only is faster, but it is really, really good. Let's talk about the steering, which is great, but it has absolutely zero feeling to it. There's no feedback whatsoever from the wheels. That takes a little bit to get used to, but once you do, it's really good. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for today's review on the GTI. Overall, a great package, great value, and it's a great car. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is Seth with Turboidz. We'll see you very soon.
This design is now perfected.